I want to recognize Representative Hamadeh for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to also thank my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, too. I think we've got a lot of bipartisan support in trying to make sure that the veterans are taken care of here today. The Trump administration has prioritized dismantling the bureaucratic paralysis and, quote, contractor entitlement. Both bureaucratic paralysis and contractor entitlement have stalled progress during the previous term. Now, these reform efforts face a critical test with the digital GI Bill. Despite VA's reported backlog reductions, the program's rollout remains a flashpoint for mismanagement and systemic payment failures that continue to affect veterans. Secretary Collins has been doing a commendable job carrying out President Trump's mandate, and I appreciate the VA's timely submission of their written testimony by Monday morning for today's oversight hearing. Now, Mr. Smith, thank you for being here today. I want to focus on August 2024. The VA's Office of the Inspector General issued a report on the digital GI Bill platform that found the VA did not effectively manage the contract, and all of these problems started during the planning stages for the project. The VA awarded the contract before it understood exactly what was needed. This resulted in subsequent contract changes that more than doubled its cost. Now, going off of what Congresswoman Baczynski was talking about, what steps has the VA taken to ensure its cost estimate is accurate, reliable, and complete? And did you rely on the Government Accountability Office estimating guide for your determination?
Thank you for the question. MITRE completed the last version of the life cycle cost estimate, and yes, they did follow the GAO's guide for that.
And it was just inaccurate?
The life cycle cost estimate is a range estimate, so there should be an upper bound and lower bound, and the DGIB actual costs are within that range.
What part of that range?
I'd have to get back to you.
But you would be on the higher end of that range for the range that you were discussing?
I can't recall exactly. I just know it was in range, sir.
Please get back to me on that. Now, what steps have you taken to ensure all requirements have been identified?
We use an agile software development methodology to ensure that the high-level functional requirements are captured, and we work in 3-month increments to develop and deploy functionality and ensure that we have good integration across our system.
Is there a risk that the requirements can keep growing?
There always is, particularly as new legislation is developed or court cases are found against the VA, and we have to make adjustments to system to account for those changes.
Now, in August 2024, the VA OIG report also laid out how the VA has repeatedly not been ready to support the work of the contractor. Now, this includes failing to finalize system requirements on time, not developing the test environments needed by the contractor, not doing their due diligence to make sure the system worked. Can you confirm whether any outstanding payments to the VA contractors are preventing the release of new capabilities or improvements that would directly benefit veterans?
I'm sorry, are you asking if we've withheld payment from the vendor?
Yes.
No, we have not.
But does that, for the contractors, so you pay them before and the requirements are being delivered on time?
No. We always pay contractors in arrears.
And do you have the staff and expertise you need in the Office of Information Technology and the program office to manage and support the program?
I have high confidence with Mr. Arifsi and his staff.
And thank you for that question. We have an adequate staff that is supporting this team who's dedicated to support the digital GI Bill for IT infrastructure and related concerns.
I know you say that you have adequate staff, but it's been delayed, it's over cost. So how could you say that right now to the committee?
Yeah, so as we look at the program and where it's gone, we have successfully decommissioned BDN, which was this 50-year-old legacy system. It was a big lift, and as we went through that implementation, we faced challenges. We worked with VBA to adjust for those, and we made some adjustments to the contract as we went through to make sure we delivered. But as Mr. Smith said, through this cycle, there's been expansion of scope in terms of new features that were being delivered, and were delivered on time. There's also been an expansion of claims that are processed underneath this contract, and that this contract is a managed service contract, which is paying for claims outcome, which also accounts for the cost increases.
Well, something seems wrong if it's it's not on time, it's over budget, there seems to be an issue. With that, I yield back.